Right, hey everyone, I'm Klloo. So, you'll have to forgive me, right? The setup's a little bit different to usual. So, normally when I show off a combo, right, I do it on Talishare and we can play it out nice and properly. But unfortunately, I'm going away. So, well, the daggers will be up for everyone, hopefully soon enough, because Talishare do a fantastic job. But for me, they're not quite out yet. So, no Talishare, instead, a slideshow, literally, right? So, where to begin? Well, we're doing Cindra, and we're going to show off a excessive combo, right? That is obviously very optimistically pulled off, but nonetheless should sort of highlight the extreme end of what Cindra could be potential of, right? So for comparison's sake, because I do want to make a comparison, when we were doing these types of videos for Misval with Zen and Enigma, right? We were in the hundreds to thousands of damage because, well, I'm sure we all know how excessive that set and those heroes are, right? Especially pre-ban. But nonetheless, right, let's jump into Cindra and see what we have set up. So, with Cindra, we're taking our 2 kunai of Retribution equipment. That is mandatory, right? There's a Spring Tunic and a Flick Knives. In our arsenal, we'll have Spreading Flames. In our starting hand, we'll have 3 Inflames and a Phoenix form, because I am going to double dip and try to make use of Phoenix Flame, right? Yeah, it's nice. It's the strongest draw that Draconic Ninja has, right? So, chances are we could pull it off. But if we start scrolling through, right, we can see what our turn looks like. So, nice and simple. Chainlink 1, we're starting with a Spreading Flame to set up its buff. We're paying for it thanks to our Ferendale Spring Tunic. So that is going to kickstart our damage at 3. After that, we can start playing our Inflames from hand. So everything from our hand has been outlined in white. So the Inflames will be doing 1 base power and then +1 from the Spreading Flames. So we go from 3 to 5 damage to 7 and then to 9 off of the 3 Inflames. They, of course, then return the 3 Phoenix Flames to our hand, which we can then continue to stockpile the chain with, right? So we'll be playing all 3 Phoenix Flames. So our damage again goes to 11. Then we bump up to 13 and finally 15, right? So each of them are getting +2, +1 from their base ability and then +1 more from the Spreading Flame. Now that we have played all 3 of our Phoenix Flames, that means we can start to go into our draw engine, which of course is Phoenix Form. So Phoenix Form has 3 conditions, right? For every Phoenix Flame you've played, it gains a new buff. So the first one gets go again, the second one gives it a +2, and then the third one gives it a on-hit draw 3 cards, which is definitely really nice, right? So base power is 3, and then we get +3, 2 from Phoenix Form itself, and 1 from the Spreading Flame. So we go 21 to 27 to 33 damage, right? So 6 apiece for the Phoenix Forms. Now we can kickstart our Dagger sequence. So we are maximizing our Dagger swing, so we really want to get Flick Knives and Concealed Blade off. Every card that we have drawn with Phoenix Form is outlined in orange for us, so we can go kunai, we can pitch a Titanium Bubble, float 2 resources. That then allows us to go into Spreading Flame number 2 to gain an additional +1 to our ongoing buff. So every Draconic attack that we're going to play on the chain will now have a +2. Their base is definitely lower than their current chain link. From that, we can Flick Knives and Concealed Blade to re-equip a dagger, swing once again, and then swing a 3rd time. So a 3 dagger swings in. Right, we've spent our resources, so we have to pitch another Titanium Bubble, but then we can go into Blood Runs Deep to destroy our 2 daggers. So Blood Runs Deep, base 2, +2 for the Spreading Flame, and then 2 additional damage from its dagger proc. Now, we've definitely paid more than enough Draconic Chain Links to make Cindra free. So from Cindra, we can re-equip our 2 daggers. We have 2 resources still floating, meaning we can double swing for 57, then 60 damage, right? So we're already amping up the damage pretty high, right? And then we can go Blood Runs Deep again to break the 2 daggers. So that gets us to 64 +2. And then our big finisher is going to be our Salt the Wound. So Salt the Wound is getting a massive 23. It's only counting the hits, right? So we are getting both the Chainlink hits as well as the dagger hits from Flick Knives from Blood Runs Deep, because they do count as hits. At least that's my understanding of the wording of Salt the Wound, right? So Salt the Wound is getting +23 and brings our combo damage to 91, right? Hopefully you enjoyed. See ya.